Samu.
Who's a Copa del Rey semi-final or second legs no? Then the games. I mean, it's true. So we share games are Barca players now, and then Rana Joe and Ronald Arau, any Rafinha, we drew Barca crew on. I think that the video is there on Baby Drew Airport on them. You could tell say almost took one for a very long time, and saw two players now Baby Drew Ronald Arau, any branch friend Rafinha. Again, social Barca scored now. Even players no more boy over Spain, Pau Kubasi for one. Inya an injury scare. In Tenra, Sauti Hans data flick on a pre-match press conference, and he was clear. Say Abranti, you know, Enyadio and the match no best started at best.
Pau Kubasi
back from bench. Yeah, Pau Kubasi were injury issues. Ronald Arau out of the game on Mobi. Rafinha out of the game on Mobi. In fact, Hans data flick was clear. Say ne two centre back pair ne Ebebono Ebeye Eric Garcia. And a branch of Inigo Martinez. The truth of the matter is that so two centre backs be Omumo together this season. And it's going to be the very first time. It's Barca for one Ajitum in him say it is going to make the game against Osasuna a little bit more difficult. But when you look at the calendar in itself also, baby and this outstanding match it is difficult to find. So Kuwait in the ball at time we because of the Copa del Rey, Champions League, because of league games, because very difficult. So Kumenya baby are favorable to Barcelona to put that game in the play. And no makes you understand the worries of Barcelona for because yes, match in the PCS. So Udin Comono without the Spanish La Liga table now, then you're not doing a proper job. Because then so Uko table no so. There is Madrid, there is Barcelona. These are the two teams that are on top of the Spanish La Liga table. The only difference between the two, and they say Barcelona team, one game in hand, but it's the same number of points. Madrid this weekend never go against Leganés, so it's a game where they have to Barcelona for so much mission. If clearly they want that clear-cut disparity between Omo and Madrid on the Spanish La Liga table, it's so much mission. And so. So as soon as it's 3 points, marriage when Chao Minero, if we move on that faithful day, now a bad news to the whole of football. Say club team doctor, Ebeda, sorry, Ebeda, Nafi one sorry beam, and he is suspected say a cardiac arrest in his sleep there. A warning for a club like that. But the game has to move on. I think say also the possible lineup here to say Nebasa di Beremo. Eric Garcia, Inigo Martinez, Chezin, Post, what's the name? Kunde, Alhad Baude, in fifth one. I'm hearing that Gavi will play a part. Rafinha, there may be Ferran Torres or Danny Olmo also going to be on the field of play with Lewandowski. And no Mubisa and Ziflik said, match, how does he look at it? Saying about so Lewandowski, any Ferran Torres, or making a final decision on them. Nano he will make that final decision and see who plays well. I mean, it's a game that's very, very important in terms of the SA Barca here. But also, the statistical analysis now, Osasuna Fono have struggled to win a game in the last 5 matches. In fact, I'm away from home, put it in your crowd. So, only just about a few places, I mean, away from relegation on them. It's only a team, only a relegation threatened. So, Osasuna Fono relegation threatened there. Then it should tell you, say, it's going to be a game where they will try and get a win, but they have not shown in recent times some call away from the results there. So it's not so much of a good time for Barca. Players no time on returning and yet Pau Kubasi injury, Barca ideally should get it in a better place, but it is hard to find a place in the calendar given the fixtures, any competitions now. Barca competition be here or Copa del Rey or Champions League or Boigi. So it's hard to find a place the opposing opponent. More if you say, and yet just Barca. It has to be the club of Barca and the ball. No, so say fit on the calendar before they can go on and make sure they be able to find. And with Rafinha absent, very likely see some changes our Barca attack on that. And then Oko in front of Spora, they are talking about Hansi Flick and the impact he has on the Barca team, and they described it as indignant. We'll see how it goes. I think the Barca, regardless of the match, say a year close by now, or more the quality of meeting with the team, my friend, Osasuna this weekend. Anyway.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say,
Barcelona,
Osasuna.
Mati, a lot of arguments say Bibia game nation no. And you're good. Barrage. Omunya baby papa bi amfan hye mo. And sometimes yes are debating and the arguments forgetting one very very important point. Sporting integrity. Rich competition be a we bia. League be a we bia. Tournament be a we bia. Emra e wo ho ne bono ene o manage no se wanye ama na anya de broni friend sporting integrity a ema competition ni to sini ye ka sporting integrity a me be se me de batwi se event na wo ye no ebetimi enya nanim onyam se e de winner ba abonten a eni pakon o se fata se ade no ono so wini. And the entire me raise the issue of sporting integrity ne say Rich sa otwaya ma competition ni ko nanim na the dynamics of the league you know are affected by Barcelona fixture na then you've not ensured sporting integrity. So for instance one me abo league ni sa ebia Barcelona and Real Madrid with the same points till the last end of the league. After as Barcelona and Kobo Osasuna. Then it means that you are telling us to say beat Osasuna and win the league. So sometimes I am among organizers of the league. They are much interested in
integrity
of the competition. Young outstanding match be free. So na be a year queen obi anya advantage. So as on him the real league no stand in city and on him what to get from this particular game. No be win. Ye cleaning in the edge na pedia. And you follow fish channel. Because I very very he say Rich the real league and econo. And show ya the last bare 4 or 5 games you have a bonus simultaneously. Especially between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Because then it will not make sense. Never results and so dabi. For sporting integrity at a point in time, you need to allow them all to play simultaneously. No much
so Sayala say empese be mo be advantage over obi dia. You call international break. And when him say there games no be game crowd this weekend probably it be a Saturday be and then Sunday. So when the players in the buy no, I'm going to me kakra. But we are talking about Barcelona players the ensure mom call South America for instance. Obedu nra. You say na umbo game. It means that South players in Barcelona will be losing them.
Rich. Sebi. Manu susumina so. At renchem na to Barcelona no. Sebi. Yan kan him say beto ye.
Yeah.
Enti bibi na si enti and now we have to reschedule the game. And we can't reschedule the game at your utmost convenience. Because Anya Rekrano, Bibi to Barcelona, and I'm a game Niamo. And see, the best way to put it, but Rich, as I'm the two, and our country, and our my do game in the tour. We can't fix the game again. At when you like it. Minister, they make an then we are playing for Barcelona. Yet to be more league in my Barca. Obianca said they are two Barca and ya. But Rich, it is not anybody's doing.
Okay.
And I want to see a clear standing matches in the floor. Very, very important. Look, Barcelona for some of the players, and then who. A lot of the Spanish tablets, Sports, Mundo, then Dario Muninade, Omo Probable 11 aba. None of them any or Rafinha in the Barcelona first 11. Ebimu bo Ferran Torres, baby Rafinha Ebon. Ebimu bo Fermin Lopez, Oh baby, Rafinha Ebono. Ebo Ferran Torres at the position of Lewandowski. Now, Rich, no matter what, Enra Hansi Flick can say me or pre-match press conference. Or say, Barcelona team no, or who say a good enough. Our squad or we good enough say obi nya available na obi be shem amana. And Ipakon must be good enough to compete at the Barcelona level. That is the worst of the coach. And Unim dia Hansi Flick on this idea. He wants to give belief to play a BO Barcelona team. Because of the shadow, no, and in Kofoko international break, you know. If you have to step in and play for Obia, you have to know, say, Mimi, I'm your coach, you know. Me wo GD wo mu say you good enough. So for instance, say we Barcelona for first 11 now. On say apart from Kunde, omo mu we chire oni nyina obi anko international break ni bi. Shezi nyanko. Eric Garcia yan friend wo Spain. Inigo Martinez na wonya injury nti ono so wanko international break. Bade anko international break. Open Fiifi-Manfred, Barcelona chini tanya rich. They can't enter me M1. I think say any Macasado na pra. And also because one go international break no. And Kobebo, but Barcelona are forced to play Frankie de Jong, any Pedri. Whether they went for international break or not, rich, or any other option. But Daniel Omo is being excused for Gavi. Because Gavi is so going international break. Then any more, Lamine Yamal, Ferran, and Lewandowski. Even Lewandowski, second game of Poland for the boy, you know. He came from the bench. Obebo barely 20-15 minutes because they needed to manage him for some games. So we say, look, we have to play.
Okay.
For Zaragoza, I think say the good news for Barcelona fans and they say
Osasuna.
For Osasuna, they are missing Brian Zaragoza.
Okay.
And a very, very good news because Rich say Brian Zaragoza jinaho, Garcia jinaho, na Antibudu me jinaho. Osasuna is a different beast. But without one of them, attack in the way almost see and the way almost see approaching game. Look, Fifi said it right. You look at the La Liga table, Rich, there is no excuse. Whether a outstanding game or whether a normal game for any of Barcelona and Real Madrid in particular. Say over 40. I am expecting Barcelona to approach this game with all the seriousness, amidst all the difficulties in which baby a win will be our Munjik Stadium. They must find it this evening, and I think that they will be able to do it.
Okay, young go to your next topic. I want to fans Trent Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool. That is all Johnny Real Madrid. Kobe, they are not latest.
Latest, then one I also know. Say Liverpool for us, your Omaja to young man oko. Oko. Richard Adidas for or Nike. A year or extending a contract with them. So would ye in Sema na Trent Alexander-Arnold Eka Uma. A feel of how long he has been at Liverpool and what the club means to him. It's a Liverpool for Sorina say they speak with pain. It is not just because boy no air kokeke Derby. The Trent Alexander-Arnold story here say Obia or epitomizing everything Merseyside and Liverpool. See, I can say Obia true and true. See, a true and true Liverpool player from the academy. In fact, post Gerrard, Namimi who any Liverpool player from the academy that had really stamped up their feet in terms of Liverpool playing for Liverpool and being successful. But Trent Alexander-Arnold seems to have done that and more. Which okay, corner taking quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
Barcelona for Nantia said that was Trent Alexander-Arnold. Utimi boss some set piece be dead ball situations. Trent Alexander-Arnold. As a player, somebody who stands up as a Liverpool Trent Alexander-Arnold. To the extent that Sobeka, at the tail end of Jurgen Klopp air corner, there was the captaincy situation that should have been sorted. Klopp Emma Virgil as the number 1 captain of Liverpool. But Omar Trent is one of the captains because he's Obi or embody Liverpool for new man. Say Uko back now kind of story of how Michael Edwards at the time was and Ian Graham started a rebuild of Liverpool. Scouting players like Salah, scouting Alisson, scouting Virgil van Dijk, bringing them all together. In there, Ian Graham tells a story of how there was a boy they had to build around and already, or no Molly Wulorum, already in a building. So, in all of that, there has been a certain Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I want to keep on referencing that advert on Adidas for year. He says, I've been here since age 5. I think in England right now. The only other person that rival Trent Alexander-Arnold has been at a club for a long time here is James. I think Rhys James near 6 years. And at Trent, 5 years. And hugely successful. Hugely successful. Paji Champions League maybe. Paji League maybe, yes, or during COVID. Or be person be Jini see our fans meeting me about Shebi. And the decision of Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave Liverpool. And yet January same year. And maybe the I say you wait for Pekwa and Biso to stop Madrid in getting players for free. And not just Madrid and Kwa. Some players for free. No. It happens a lot of the time. Antonio Rudiger for free. David Alaba for free. Kylian Mbappe for free. Exactly. Trent Alexander-Arnold for free. And you see, Rich, Liverpool are taking Trent Alexander-Arnold for the age of 5, like I'm telling you. And they will blossom me. You do January. No Madrid for add 2 crumbs of bread. And you go soon. I can tell Liverpool for say, oh, you bet me I'm 30 million. You won't pay. I'm going to change Liverpool for them.
No, sir, because of our brand and the contract.
Yes, I understand.
The contract can't keep nice fight.
No,
the player on the contract is about
you see, Rich, Obian, yes, argument, no. Baby, lame argument. I know Trent's contract. But I'm saying that still, the modus operandi of Madrid. Madrid modus operandi, no. Didn't you see the story of Alphonso Davies? Your quality now contracted by and then they will tap you up, they will start a conversation. We know how long it took for Kylian Mbappe. At some point, you say, oh, Mbappe is staying at Paris Saint-Germain. But he was a ploy from El Presidente. Yantu ya was a kakra. Or the money extended or extending a career across nation, you bet you for free.
Oh,
and say, oh, you Liverpool ni, and most of the times, maybe I hope that as we go forward, FIFA will look at those contractual issues again and then find ways to get clubs, something small. So they won't lose boys like this just for nothing. And sometimes a little bit worried for them. But again, you will give a lot of credit to Madrid for it. But again, a sinister move, and I love it. All those say a sinister move. Which means, Trent is not going to Madrid because Okobo just as a right back. There be. In terms of right back position in the world, he is up there with the best. I am undisputed. And until say Rhys James makes me out boy full season with little to no injuries, people should stop talking about how good he is than Trent Alexander-Arnold. It doesn't hold water. And what did he say? Dani Carvajal is almost at the twilight of the career. Then if that's the case, let's bring in somebody as diminutive as Dani Carvajal, but different style of play, different contribution to how we play. Which only says is here. Madrid anymore with Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Rodrigo Goes, and Brent and Jude Bellingham. We are one of the best transitional teams I've been here. We have said several times that Madrid have lost the deep line playmaking ability of Abrante and Toni Kroos. In recent games, Carlo Ancelotti has tried to augment Sadio with a box-to-box job of Abrante and Dani Ceballos. Okay. Which the reason here, Trent Alexander out Elba team looks like it is clear-cut simple. Right back on him. Now, onion build up no come. on the playmaking from there. On using the wide range of pass, you know. Say Obaba attacking Madrid, baby. That's a born cut Trent in South Hodoma. He can go in for a 20-yarder, 30-yarder crossfield into the part of Vinicius Jr. and then you are going to be in trouble over there. Liverpool for the because of a darling boy Echo, and they are not getting anything away from it. But for Madrid, it is one of those moves that you know over and over again in getting one of the world's best talents. And you can't tell me say Jude Bellingham did not play a part in convincing a branch friend Trent Alexander-Arnold. He was there, played a part, and then he's going to be a Madrid player very soon.
Also, Bremen, now for your last topic now. In your money, in common.
Is he rich? It would be for argument's sake. Argument. O catch the football fans say Real Madrid and Barcelona are the biggest clubs we are seeing. But they see their guys running to go and play for those clubs. Gulam Balek say Trent any Ninyana or managing from close source. Akada actually now for say look Onya Real Madrid and Asa Obebo. And today Real Madrid Naba and there is no way Brighton is going to turn that deal down. Liverpool at the contract extensions be brave. Ako Trent or was he on signing? And the information say he has taken a decision. Say about season where we are, he's leaving Liverpool and he's joining Tima. FN Real Madrid. Rich, say who you Liverpool fan? You will be hurt. You will be hurt simply because we are talking about a true and true Liverpool boy. True and true Liverpool boy. And Enra, I read a Liverpool fan or you can say Trent on Fantoni Trimu say Liverpool entity on media money nyina. The way Liverpool nyina. The way Liverpool and Huno as a legend and in a legacy nyina. So I sign contract extension. Now I'll call Real Madrid for free. Sika or no Trent ebe jegu ni bottom as a signing on fee no. Hey, how much or no Trent no? Echia
Liverpool for a car.
Fantastic.
And it's true.
That is how they see him.
Me feel say na car branch or extend it. Now Liverpool ya bibi kaka nonko. If you want to go.
You see? Do you have information say? Sir Trent extending the contract. How much Liverpool will be ready to bargain for no? Because Rich, we are talking about in the last 5-6 years, one of the best right backs ever. Sir Trent did to know extending the contract to Liverpool. Say Kim, Rich, they are not going to give him less than 5 years. So if they even give him 3 years, now Liverpool will try the driving seats of the negotiation in this one. Rich, who you say about Real Madrid? Oh yeah, English, don't forget. Yeah. And you know how the English omu tongue omu players. And we are not Real Madrid and back.
And
Trent, yes, Trent don't want to put himself in that situation where my dream club aba me be say me call after my sign contract extension ama decision every me nsem akodi club nsem. And look, let me tell you something. Once you through a true Liverpool boy, Rich, so I extending the contract in good faith. He's then saying, I want to stay. Onyaka say, okay, my job to my extending the contract. That is what you are communicating. Say, oh, then you will stay. Rich, a dear Nebeka Trent. And yes, oh, Liverpool at the time of Liverpool and Liverpool are going to win the EPL. And today Nebeka Trent, all but for a Liverpool team that is doing so well. Omo peno, yes, omo peno. Omo man contract extension offer. Episode mo to salary money bibia. Se chin na time. Ebe say me call Real Madrid. But onim. Rich, Real Madrid no be so ba no. Me yam hihye me kakra man. Onim de edia. Rich. E wo mo say na say Carvajal prepra. E wo mo say Carvajal e di 33 years. Real Madrid for Trent nyina and say they see him as the future right back of team friend Real Madrid. But Rich, the term future a relative and how many years? Because me nim say Carvajal hoto na say are you fit to player? Not even on return from the Spanish national team. By virtue say he is the best right back in Spain. He will play for Real Madrid and an extension or stay fit for Spain and you will walk up. It is a trend to call Real Madrid. Rich, or yes, say Real Madrid now or second to Carvajal and wait for Carvajal to leave Real Madrid as an Obebo and Asedeng. I want to mean yes, because you are number one through and through Liverpool. You are going to get yourself into a situation. For instance, say I know Christian Jude against Real Madrid and hold the bra. Rich Jude Orban. Now you are preparing the place now, and he is playing. Jude in Real Madrid have to tweak or move formation just to adopt him in the team. Will Real Madrid do that for Trent?
Say be out by Yabama Carvajal bench.
Rich,
you bench him.
Rich. Unim say Carvajal.
Knowing very well as Branton and no feed.
Unim say Carvajal. Say Uyi Luka Modric free wa. Carvajal can play no magi 6 Champions League. Real Madrid. He has been there for a very, very long time. And Rich, young flag grown to chain. Carvajal at 33. Trent at 28. So I say Opobia. Omunyina fit, omunyina okay to player. Opobi the national Real Madrid team anymore. Rich, no coach, even Spanish football politics will not allow you to play Trent ahead of Danny Carvajal if he is fit and he is ready to play. And that is the only place a man may dream whom and Trent in Rich Okwa na Carvajal ba na Okwa Danny bench player or Real Madrid. Obehun de we are English media de be gunu so. Sisi ade omo tete no omo hwe no. Like is obekọ ba ukọ na u catch there say oh ujiri say u feature is with the Spanish league and they are losing you. They will not say anything. But one ko to ayi papem situation papem na u lose position. Now for what bench this one your own people will turn against you. And I know sir here be
you am the my chlorine ebe example
there. Okay. I want to show Natari. Who's that video?
Oh, my who said now show be crazy.
Believe
your last topic, Kakre, where the Kakre, if you are. Yamfa and